First in high definition from the station on your side, this is WAVY News 10.
Breaking news in Richmond. Richmond police just arrested the suspect in a deadly double shooting and child abduction. Good evening, I'm Melanie Woodrow. Tom and Nicole have the evening off. Our NBC affiliate in Richmond says that Richmond police have now arrested 27-year-old Jamal Clemens. They did that about 30 minutes ago in the city. Investigators say Clemens killed 60-year-old Edward Bomer Jr. and 56-year-old Robin Clapp. It happened on Christmas Eve. He then allegedly stole an SUV outside of their home to escape. 2-year-old Caden Burnside, the little boy you see there, was strapped in a back seat. After a several-hour search and tips from the public, officers found the SUV abandoned at a nearby cemetery with Caden inside unharmed. The child was reunited with his mother. Clemens is now facing abduction, robbery, and possibly murder charges. A wake and viewing will be held tomorrow night for Chesapeake officer Timothy Schock, who died during a diving exercise. Virginia State Police are helping determine how Officer Schock died last Tuesday during training in Oak Grove Lake Park. Officer Schock's wake is scheduled for 6 p.m. tomorrow at H.D. Oliver Funeral Home on Cedar Road. Officer Schock's funeral is Wednesday morning. It's at 11 a.m. at Mount Lebanon Baptist Church on Los Gaviotas Boulevard. The funeral is Wednesday morning. Well, warmer weather is headed our way. There's also a chance of severe weather. 10 on your side. Chief Meteorologist Don Slater is standing by in the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center with details. Don.
We are looking at some very, very big changes coming up for tomorrow. Now, today, lots and lots of sunshine, but a bit on the cool side. High temperatures were basically around the 50-degree mark for today. It's going to be almost 15 degrees warmer for tomorrow, so very, very unusually warm. But you'll note all that rain way out off to the southwest of our area, and that rainfall is likely to move on in during the day for tomorrow. Now, with that, we could see some thunderstorms, scattered showers by around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But by the dinner hour, we could see some thunderstorms into the area, and some of those could be fairly strong, so we do want to watch out for that. And we'll have a much more specific, detailed view of things. And here's where we are as far as our severe risk for tomorrow. We're under a slight risk. Scattered showers tomorrow afternoon, a few thunderstorms by the dinner hour, warm and windy, and then it'll get cool and breezy again. We'll tell you about the big changes in our forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much. Next to Black Friday, today is considered one of the biggest shopping days of the year. 10 on your sides, Ariane Arambaro joins us live from MacArthur Center, where shoppers and retailers are cashing in on those post-holiday sales. How's it looking out there?
It's looking pretty good, Melanie. I tell you, the mall was open bright and early this morning, and for many shoppers, it was all about redeeming those gift cards, but for some, it was all about the returns.
Day after Christmas, kind of crazy, right?
Get some sales.
It didn't take long for MacArthur Mall to fill with eager shoppers ready to take advantage of post-holiday sales.
Saved a little bit of money from Christmas, and so now we're going to go out and splurge ourselves.
Not only were retailers bracing for big crowds, but shoppers were too.
We made everybody get up early, and so far, pretty good.
The day after Christmas typically is the second highest revenue day for retailers, with as much as $8 billion being spent in just one day.
We've had a lot more, whole store $15.99 rather than, oh, this is the wrong size or this isn't working. And lots of times you can get so much for your money. Your value's almost double or more in a lot of situations.
But if your gift isn't working, retailers say they are ready for returns and exchanges too.
We know kind of going into it that it's going to do that, but we always try to find other things we can get for people and help them out to, find new gifts for themselves.
No problems. We just got here and had to exchange one pair of shoes, and it's gone quickly. We came in and out, and we're out of here.
Gift cards were also a popular holiday present this year, and shoppers like Andrea Hornbuckle were eager to redeem them for good.
Oh, gosh, I think each child got about 4 or 5 a piece, yeah.
If you're not sure of your balance, you can find a card reader like this. All you have to do is take your gift card, swipe, and you're ready to go.
It's actually really nice because it just popped up. I didn't have to wait in line and figured out how much is left, and so hopefully she won't go over.
We're just kind of taking advantage of the day.
All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks for Take care.
And you still have time to come down to redeem those gift cards, or even if you have some returns to do. The mall doesn't close until 9 o'clock tonight, and it opens all the rest of the week at 10 o'clock this morning. And we spoke with Karen Winters earlier. She's the marketing and sponsorship director, and she says the mall will typically stay busy through the new year. Reporting live in Norfolk, I'm Ariane Aramburo, 10 on your side.
All right, I bet that. Thanks. If you've been into the spirit of giving this Christmas season, don't forget to give a little back to yourself. Tax time is rolling around, and those charitable donations you make can help take a bite out of your tax bill. This weekend, the Red Cross responded to 2 fires on the peninsula. This one that you see here was in Newport News. There was another one in Hampton. As 10 on your side's Pat Dowd explains, the organization is always in need of your donations, especially this time of year.
When opening all those gifts under the tree this Christmas, did you forget to wrap that special one for your income tax return? Donations to charity can be tax deductible, but remember, to deduct a charitable contribution, you must file Form 1040 and itemize deductions on Schedule A.
Charities would be happy to accept your cash, checks, appreciated securities.
The Red Cross is one eligible charity that sees a surge in needs this time of year. Their disaster relief services provides assistance for families impacted by weather and the increased likelihood of fires burning them out of their homes because of hazards such as cooking, holiday lights, candles, and space heaters.
We're in the middle of fire season now, and the numbers tend to rise during these times, and the firefighters can tell you that this is one of their busiest seasons.
The Red Cross responded to 2 fires on the peninsula this weekend. They provide short-term assistance to help families get through their personal disasters.
The Red Cross provides food, clothing, lodging, and even counseling assistance, because these people have been through a trauma, oftentimes having lost everything.
Red Cross spokesman Rob Shapiro says the people of Hampton Roads have always been generous, even in tough economic times.
We're really proud to fulfill the expectations of helping those who need it most, those who've been through emergencies. And the Red Cross is always there, will always be there, and it's all possible through these financial donations.
And remember, disaster assistance from the Red Cross is free thanks to the generosity of people like you. Pat Dowd, 10 on your side.
For information on how you can assist the Red Cross, go to WAVY.com. 7 people were killed, 32 others hurt in a suicide bombing today in Baghdad. The bomber drove his vehicle into a security checkpoint outside the Interior Ministry complex. The attack follows a series of bombings last week that killed 70 people in one day. Also today, a roadside bomb hit a passing army patrol in the Abu Ghraib area west of Baghdad. 2 people were killed, 2 others injured. Nobody has claimed responsibility for either attack. Security was stepped up in Baghdad today, this after violence. Fears are increasing about Iraq's future after U.S. troops withdraw this month. And just as troops arrived home from Iraq this week, more shipped out Christmas Day from Atlanta for another tour of duty in Afghanistan.
I have no choice but to go back because in order for me to provide for my family, I have to do that, and that's just the bottom line.
It's my job. It's what I signed up to do. And my family is very understanding and supportive, so I'm like, let's go back and finish the job.
The airmen received gifts, hugs, and cheers from holiday travelers at Hartsfield-Jackson International. Volunteers from the USO at the airport went out of their way to make their last few hours at home as relaxing as possible. The troops were served a buffet dinner of turkey and all the trimmings. A Vietnam combat pilot was on hand dressed as Santa as well to wish the troops well. New information in a weekend house fire in Hampton. Investigators say that this was probably no accident. Tonight at 5:30, we'll let you know who the fire marshal says started this fire. And it's a new Facebook feature, the timeline format. We'll explain why you need to pay attention to what you've posted in the past. But first, new details about a Christmas Day tragedy in Texas. What police learned about the gunman in a murder-suicide that left 7 people dead.
You're watching WAVY News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Nicole Libus, and Super Doppler 10 Chief Meteorologist Don Slater.
Two Mayo Clinic employees flying to the University of Florida to harvest organs were killed this morning when their helicopter crashed. The helicopter went down near Palatka, east of Gainesville. The employees were on their way to pick up a heart for a transplant in Jacksonville. The National Transportation Safety Board is now investigating the crash. New information in a Christmas morning shooting in North Texas. Investigators say they believe the gunman that killed 6 family members, then himself, was dressed as Santa Claus. The victims were cleaning up holiday wrapping paper when they were shot. Police rushed to the scene yesterday after a 911 call from inside the apartment. Nobody was on the other line. Officers found 4 women and 3 men aged 18 to 60 dead in the living room and kitchen. 2 handguns were found near the bodies.
I've been with this police department for 12 years, and this is probably the most tragic thing that I've certainly been involved with.
The motive remains unclear. Police say neighbors did not hear anything. Another Christmas Day tragedy, this one in Connecticut, where 5 people, including 3 children, died in an early morning fire. A neighbor shot the cell phone video at the home in Stamford, as the home in Stamford burned. A woman and a family friend escaped these flames, but the woman's 3 daughters, a 10-year-old and 7-year-old twins, as well as her parents, died.
A horrible tragedy. It's Christmas Day. There probably has not been a worse Christmas Day in the city of Stamford.
I've been on this job 38 years. Not an easy day.
Firefighters tried several times to rescue the people inside, but they were pushed back by the intense heat of the flames. The cause of this fire is under investigation. Authorities say vandals are suspected of setting fire to a post office near Reno, Nevada on Sunday morning. The flames badly damaged the building in Verdi near the California state line. Firefighters kept flames from burning any mail, but it was soaked by the water spray to stop the fire. About 800 residents keep P.O. boxes here. Anti-government graffiti and bullet holes could also be seen around the building. Federal agents are now investigating. Burning off holiday calories. Not many people want to work out when it's cold outside. Not in that weather, right? We'll show you how you can exercise without leaving your home or office and without expensive equipment. Plus, the past doesn't always stay that way, especially if you're on Facebook. Why you might want to take a look back at your life as it looks on social media.
My name is Specialist Brian Hodgkins. I'm currently stationed at Camp Boniface, South Korea. I'd like to wish my family and friends in Virginia Beach, Virginia, happy holidays. Happy holidays, Ethan.
You've probably noticed some changes to your Facebook page recently, and whether you love or hate the new timeline format, NBC's Charlie Wojciechowski shows you why you need to pay attention to what you've posted.
I hope you have an amazing day.
With more than 1,000 Facebook friends, Maria Villari has been answering birthday greetings all day. She's approaching the new changes with caution.
I always kind of watch that. I'm a teacher, so I know that a lot of my students and other colleagues are on there. I always watch what I put up.
In addition to bigger pictures, the biggest change to your Facebook layout will be the timeline, a chronological organization of everything you've posted on Facebook. Bassam Youssef has been beta testing the new layout for the past few months.
I think it's a positive experience because it's if you use it properly, you can set it up to be kind of a visual calendar of your life.
Social Logic is a Chicago firm that helps companies manage their social media policies. They've been playing with the new layout too, and experts here say it will require you to do some work.
When you set up your timeline, it's important to go through and really kind of take a look at what you've got on there and think about, do you want that to be indexed in search and have everybody be able to find it, or do you want just your friends and family to be able to see it? Do you maybe want to delete those college party pictures?
But in the end, it will be up to users to judge whether the new Facebook is an improved Facebook.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, it shows you like from the start, you know how it's like it tells a story.
I think it's kind of annoying and doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it was fine the way it was.
Yeah, I agree totally.
It takes a little bit of effort to get used to it, so we'll see after a month if I like it or not, but right now it's kind of a pain.
And pain or not, users will have 7 days to make the transition to the new Facebook.
And during that 7 days, Facebook is giving you a week to change your default timeline by moving things around, hiding photos, or adding events. After activating the Facebook timeline, you cannot go back. Privacy and other account settings will remain unchanged. Well, Santa Claus set a new world record this weekend. Volunteers tracking Santa at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado say they got more than 100,000 phone calls over the Christmas weekend. That breaks the previous record of 80,000 calls. Volunteers say kids started calling at about 4 a.m. on Saturday to find out where Santa was. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, also got nearly 1 million likes on its Facebook page. That's up from just over 700,000 last year. NORAD's Twitter followers also increased from about 53,000 in 2010 to more than 89,000 this year. popular. You can give the gift of life later this week. WAVY TV 10 is sponsoring the Every Drop Counts blood drive with the American Red Cross. It's December 28th through the 30th from 2 to 7 p.m., December 31st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and January 2nd from 2 to 7 p.m. To show up at Chesapeake Square, Greenbrier, Patrick Henry, or Pembroke Mall. All blood types are needed, but especially type O and type B. You'll find more information on wavy.com. For the latest on our forecast, we turn it over now to Don. So I know we were talking about cooler temperatures on the way yesterday when I saw you. Today when I was headed in, it seemed not bad out, pretty mild.
Not bad out. This morning it was a little bit breezy and cool, but today during the afternoon, lots of sunshine, winds have dropped off. Not a bad day, and really it's December, and we're expecting cooler weather. We got it today. It was a little bit cooler than it was yesterday, but still 2 degrees above normal. Normal high temperature is 50. We hit 52 degrees, so again, not all that bad. Now we're going to see some big changes coming up pardon me, in our forecast. It's going to be mild and rainy coming up by tomorrow afternoon. During the morning hours, we'll take all morning to really kind of warm on up, and then in the afternoon, I think we'll see the wind pick up out of the south, and we'll really see some rain move on into the region. Now, as far as cloud cover today, not that much in terms of cloud cover. There are a few stray clouds out and off to the west. That's going to be moving in quite likely after midnight tonight. Now, here's where things are at 9 o'clock this evening. A light southerly wind, really kind of light and variable winds, but becoming southerly overnight. Here's where things are by tomorrow morning at 7. We've got the clouds that have moved on in, and there's some rain out there. Now, it's going to be a cool start to the day, but it won't end cool. It'll end very, very nice and warm into the area, but with a big twist, and that is the fact that we're going to see some rainfall into the region. Noon hour, 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds. Could see a stray shower into the area during the noon hour, but a little more likely by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Winds pick up. 20, 30-mile-an-hour winds. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 20, 30-mile-an-hour winds. And within this area especially, right on into here, we could see some strong thunderstorms, thunder and lightning. That's how warm it's going to be, and that's how intense this system is going to be as it moves on through the area. So this is going to be one of those days where you're really going to want to watch what you're doing toward 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Here's where things are by 7 o'clock in the evening, 15, 25-mile-an-hour winds. Still some storms across the Outer Banks, but thereafter things begin to clear on off. Secondary punch of cool air moves on through. 15, 25-mile-an-hour winds Wednesday morning, Wednesday noon, 15 to 20, and finally the winds drop on off considerably by the end of the day on Wednesday, but it'll be cooler. Now, with that quick shot of rain late in the day tomorrow, we're likely to see around 2/3 of an inch of rainfall, half to 2/3 of an inch of rainfall into the area, and we are under a slight risk of severe weather late tomorrow afternoon into the early evening hours. Now today, highs generally into the low 50s throughout the area, and that's basically what we've got right now, around 48, 50 degrees into the area. And you can see again 46, 48, 44, a little cooler into some areas with these updated temperatures, 46, 45, 48, and will drop rather rapidly during the overnight hours. Right now we're into the 40s with clear skies. We'll drop very quickly into the mid to upper 30s through the area, but will warm very nicely, but not so nicely too, because we're going to see some thunderstorms by later on in the day. 64 for a high late in the afternoon, around 49 degrees coming up on Wednesday, and then a slow recovery into the end of the week and the new year.
Well, this is the time of year when many of us resolve to move more and work out, but you don't want to go outside of the gym when it's cold out, right? We'll show you how you can get into a workout at your home or your office. Plus, heavy smoke and flames pour from several warehouses. What crews say made this fire difficult to fight tonight on WAVY News 10 at 5:30. This is the time of year when many of us resolve to exercise more, but studies show that January is usually when people work out the least. Experts say it's largely because of the weather. NBC's Erica Edwards shows you ways that you can get your body moving when it's cold outside.
Trudging through the snow on a sub-zero Arctic day is not how most people want to burn their holiday calories away. The good news is there are a lot of exercises you can do without leaving your heated home.
Empty a bleach bottle or something, put water in or sand, do some light weights, and do them vigorously that you say, wow, I really feel this is a lot of work.
Or you can add new meaning to the word work while at the office.
Every office building in the world has a great exercise facility that none of us ever use. They're called stairs.
Dr. Stephen Kopetsky is no stranger to the cold. He works at the Mayo Clinic in snowy Rochester, Minnesota. He says vigorous exercise for 10 minutes at least 3 times a week will significantly lower your risk for heart attack. That adds up to only 30 minutes a week. But Dr. Kopetsky says that half hour isn't meant to be a walk in the park.
That means like intervals where you go hard for a couple of minutes, hard enough that you say, wow, I can't do this for more than a couple of minutes, I'm going to give out. Then you back off, don't give out, back off, get your breath back, and then do it again.
If you choose to brave the winter weather and exercise outdoors, experts recommend wearing lots of layers. Shield your extremities with heavy socks, gloves, and caps, and stay hydrated. Or you could do a combination of both. Work up a sweat clearing snow off your car so you can drive it to the gym. Erica Edwards, NBC News.
Experts also say eating a small snack about a half hour to an hour before you work out could generate a little more heat while you exercise, since your body is still working on digesting. A Christmas Day surprise will show you a baby boy giving President Obama a mouthful. And Decision 2012, the race for the White House is heating up. Coming up tonight at 5:30, what the Republican candidates are doing to drum up support ahead of the Iowa caucuses. Also, what one candidate wants to do to get on Virginia's Super Tuesday ballot.
Yeah. Oh. He was found guilty on some charges. However, most of the others we found.
Me? Okay.
A cute Christmas moment while the president visited troops in Hawaii. President Obama had just picked up an 8-month-old when the baby boy, oh, there it goes, tweaked the president's nose and put his hand inside President Obama's mouth. Cooper Wagner is the son of Marine Captain Greg Wagner and his wife, Merida.